present a few things that I've noticed. I'm looking through Western eyes, and I've been taught and I've learnt to look through Yolngu eyes too. A lot of Yolngu don't notice things in their life because they are so ordinary. And some of those very ordinary things really stand out when you're looking through Western eyes. So I'm just going to mention 3 things. And I want you to use your imagination. You're going to really have to switch on your imagination. I'm not using a PowerPoint. All right? The PowerPoint's in here. And I want you to see what I'm talking about. I'm going to give you 3 pictures. You know? They're very ordinary pictures. Happens all the time. You correct me, no, family, if I'm wrong about this. But it happens all the time. I've seen it so many times. Okay, first scene. We've got a bed, and there's a towel on the bed. Can you see that? Yep. And on the towel, there is a dripping, wet little Yolngu baby. A boy. Okay? He's maybe less than 12 months old. And he's just come out of the bath. Okay? Can you see that? All right. And in comes Grandma. And Grandma leans over the little baby and she smiles. And he smiles. And she says, "Wanna got the bubble?" And the little baby takes a hold of his stick and laughs. Or grins. What is going on? What is that grandma thinking when she says, "Where is my father? Where is my father?" And the little baby knows where her father is. And he laughs about it and he's embarrassed about it. He's not even 12 months old yet. What is going on? What is Grandma seeing in the little baby? What I'm talking about is the value of a person. You know, we have a way of valuing a person. You're in the Western world, forget it. If you're in the Yolngu world, it means nothing. What is the value that Grandma is seeing in the baby? Do you see anything there? She's seeing her descendants in the baby, and the baby knows from less than 12 months old that he is precious to his grandma, that his value is more than just himself. Yeah? Can you see that? Next scene. Leave that scene now. Go on to the next one. Young couple have just got married. Toka maranamin. Palamatkin ulanalil pakpulil. They've gone away to a distant place, and Grandma rings up on the phone. Nandi rings up on the phone, and she says to her daughter-in-law, "Where's my grandchild? Wangarako gato, no, dako kaminyara. Wangarako kaminyara." And the daughter-in-law replies, "Not yet." First thing. So she's seeing in her daughter-in-law that her grandchildren are there already. The value of a person. No? Okay, let's go a little bit further. Next scene. person passes away and we no longer speak their name out of respect, so as not to offend or shock the family of the deceased. And for a long time, the name is not heard. You know that. You're familiar with that at least. But then after a very long time, somebody may speak the name. And that is very significant. It's not just used lightly, because this name has not been heard for a long time within the family. So when it's heard, it causes quite a bit of shock and pay attention, you know, it catches attention. So there's a young man, I'll give you an example that I heard with my own ears from our own family. A young man is not being respected the way he should be. And he wants to put a stop to that and get the person that he's arguing with to show him respect. So what does he do? He says, ancestor. I am my ancestor, whose name you have not heard for a long time. What is going on there? The value of a person. I'm going to show you, we're going to take a quick trip away to Utah. Can someone put up the Word document for me? In Utah, you know, a tree is not a forest, is it? No? Yeah, is that right? A tree is not a forest? Well, it's not always right. I don't know if you can read that, but it's worth reading even if you read it while I'm talking. Here's a forest in Utah, and it represents the largest tree, single tree in the world. It's only one tree. All the roots are joined. It is one living organism. The root system, they say, 600,000 kilograms, 80,000 years old. It's called a quaking aspen, and that particular forest is named Pando, and it means I spread out. So just read through and you'll see some very, very interesting facts there. And a while back, Gotha and I sat down to do Gotha's family tree. And we tried to do it as like a traditional Western style tree, and it's impossible. We couldn't do it. So we took this model. Can we put up the slide of the family tree, please? And I want you to take a good look at that. And
is it this one or this one?
Family tree. That's it. And it's not finished, it's not complete. We still have a bit of work to do on it yet. There's lots of branches and leaves to be added now. This is going back 10 years that we did this work. And even the root system needs a little bit more development to make that family tree complete. But I want you to take notice of, put this in here somewhere, but I want you to take notice of this one here, Darwin. You notice that it's cut off, there are no branches. Today there are no descendants. I've got a question for you. Is the value of Darwin, if he were alive, if he were in his day, would his value be different to his his brothers? You've heard enough from the other speakers to answer this question. Would his value be different to that of his brothers? No. Why not?
Because just because it's not visually represented on that diagram doesn't mean that it's not in him, his value and his...
Oh, actually it is on the diagram.
It's got a bit
If you have a look,
confused.
you'll see that everything here
It's connected.
is connected here.
Yeah.
Who he is. All of these descendants have the same relationship term to him as they do to all of his brothers.
I think that's where I was trying to get.
So, that considered, if you want to weigh the value of a person, it has to include the whole. And according to what, who was it mentioned the earth as mother? I think more than one person did. Includes everything. So, in other words, it's who you are, not what you do. Very simple. Very simple to understand. But in your more eyes, to grow up right through your life, understanding where you are and who you are, gives you a perspective that we don't see with Western eyes. But you notice it in little ways along the journey if you're sitting with Yomo for a long time. When a grandmother puts the baby on the bed and dries him off and gets him to giggle by saying, every little thing shows that this understanding is there, this perspective, how we see it and how we see ourselves. Thank you. We're going to take a look at the way we see things using our bird as a metaphor.
Unawa ang Amerika, Australia, Darwin, yan naman kami kung unang rin nagarakawa, yan unang rin kamarchi, kangura, kanina, ajama, timor.
This is just to show you where I'm from, and this is my home country here at Gotha, where I live and work and where I've seen these things.
Unay na makanama, nga atiling mo, maarak kang nga atiling mo, ngay muli yuwal jam. Churuir yun jama, nanguyan nining mo, yalo, marang-marang.
Joo. Tuo oli picture ni kanama. But this picture is of the bowerbird nest, the traditional bowerbird nest. Is only made from natural ingredients, like shells and leaves and things that are found in the environment. There's nothing foreign in a traditional bowerbird nest.
Ngayon, ninyo na kung nawe, may ko nawe, may tumunin bilayan mara.
Traditional knowledge is like that. There's nothing mixed in it.
Pala niya bilin na kung yun mo, matirin mo wala, pikirol kanina.
Yeah, our elders, old people, lived exactly like that.
Muni ba ay mawanga, nan mo diya kiamaw, muni nga ito na winakon. Ya ka na ito, may material o diya makulit na mo.
Without the land as a resource and a dwelling place, there's no way to make a nest.
Huwag kayo nga na madial, white palmay. Bit kayo may kawangan ng uyama, yun pa mo may galar marap ng uyan.
And quite often, I've seen bush turkeys around CDU trying to make a traditional nest. It can't be done. This is not their country, it is, but something else has come along.
Makanama, tukar marikidara, huwag kayo magtuwang ulit marang putulo malanya ka ibig na purnama, telepon bermuna, using ulit ka, urupya ulit ka, kanpala walang ka, huwag kayo magpalay.
Yeah, some of these modern bowerbirds are collecting money and mobile phones. They must be talking with their rellies on the telephone. And there's all sorts of things in that nest.
Ulungan naman na kung nawim, diya kami, kasi diya ka tarabit diya, muli ngayon ka na kung diya, kamuruki malango, pero ngayon diya kayo mo mariki, para diya ito na muni.
Yeah, if you look really carefully, you'll see a little toy plastic soldier, a green one. He's guarding the nest so nobody pinches the treasure that's inside. There he is. You see him up there?
Dia may bala, may lukat ka, murong lapram ka, nawi malangay mo ni Jambi, marangay to, sorry, muna ngay ka diya, ka mo ni, marangay to ya, kayo mo markiwarang mo mo, kaya yun mo ni, ka, diya ka ngay di ka, kadaray mir ngay, muruki malango.
So Gotha has noticed that, same as with Yolngu, there are guardians who protect the precious things inside the nest.
Yung unay na makanama, darwa mirit mil manak panawi, wangay mo palang ganawi. Nama.
Here, if you look at this picture, you'll see that everything's all mixed up. There are traditional things, old things, new things, junk. Yeah, all mixed. Mil mana panawa yung mukod.
unan bili ngay marang.
Hmm.
Mitki kurang ngay marang ay muna.
If you look carefully in the Nama, this, if you look carefully, you'll see this yellow here is already been sorted, and the very precious things are inside, and the things that are just decorations there outside.
Karena malay mo nila pon balanya may rulang maraman ka na maraman na pon mulwart na uni ngay balanya bingoy na malamong kanak maranawi malajari una nga ito ka muni mulwart nga ito nawi balanya nga ito mulwart tira balanya na pon yun mo walang thinking boy ka balanda walang ito margitir ka kungay imbir.
So the things that are originally selected, we call balanya. These are items or knowledge that is remembered. It's there, and it becomes mulwat. Mulwat is treasure. So,
Balanya na kung muna kawad yung makulit, wal muli ka marma parangit yun mo kapalan daw dapat ang ni wali marangit ka na mamuni kalakaran na ka kung kahit yun ber balanya ibili na pun wana nung ngayang mo muni nung mulwart wana nung ngayang mo muni nung nawi balanya ka mulwart ka kang ora nakun ka marigyon.
So the children at Gawa are learning about the Balanda world and their own realm, their own law and traditions. And all of these things are being sorted and destined to be Balanja or Murwat. And that's a process. Where your heart is, there your treasure will be also. That's a 2,000-year-old quote from Jesus Christ. But it fits the bower bird.